I just wanna be satisfied, girl. So let me be without you fighting me. You wanna be satisfied, girl. Just let me be satisfied, girl.
Oh shit, I'm still online. Yeah, I was out riding. Down.
If you wanna be satisfied, me, just let me be a satisfied girl. So I just
All the damn rain. Yeah, I'm wet.
I promise you I will set you free. If you wanna be satisfied, me, just let me be a satisfied girl. So what you do is listen to me. I promise you I will set you free.
Hey, Miriam. God, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Yeah. Okay, Miriam, I'm going to take this opportunity right now. My daughter said she wanted to talk to you about makeup application. Hold on, just a few seconds. She usually locks her door, so give me like a minute, okay?
The rent?
You might say, well, a little bit less of this, a little bit more of that.
Yeah, I can see what you want.
Yeah,
Hi.
Miriam's got a lot of experience. Oh my lord! Look how quick chat filled up. Okay, now get close to the. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Let me cover that.
Well, Miriam, well, Southern
Hello.
Bell's here too, so you got somebody else to give you some advice. Now, Southern Bell, if I remember right, Tennessee, right? Southern Bell, or no? The point is, you got. Well, guys, I was ready to go out riding in the rain tonight, so I put on my waterproof suit. Because this little chick right here, couldn't get over to rescue daddy in time.
When you're in the live stream.
Well, it was
Oh,
just,
thank you.
it was just Miriam, and you see it says your connection. Yeah, there we go. Because it skips sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Don Bear's there. Hey, say hi to him.
Hi, Don Bear.
He's got like the type of beard that every man is jealous about.
I imagine.
Yeah, we're talking like bear beard, the real deal. Love you, mommy.
Love you.
Be good. My girl. So you like the way she does her eyes? That's I kind of do too. You know, she doesn't really look like a Barbie doll, but I mean that's pure Texas heart right there, y'all. I mean, she'll put a foot in somebody's ass real quick. She was kind of hoping that just her and Marion would be talking, and all of a sudden she's seen all these other folks on chat, right? And I try to tell her that we're all almost like family, you know. I mean, we've known each other for 4 or 5 years, you know. And come on, you know. But she's only 13, you know. Better to be timid than to be a victim, you know what I mean? Well, Don Bearman. Okay, so Don, I'm still not clear if you've been able to saddle up anymore and go over the road, or if you're just delivering locally, or if you got a route, or if you're completely retired. Yeah, man, you're right. This she's only 13, y'all, and the stuff she was going through, no, I still owe a couple of people some things. Okay, so you're okay. Good deal. Yeah, I'm considered 100% disabled. You get so good at combat that, and I'm a discriminate combat director. How do you explain it? You guys are probably used to hearing of discrimination as everybody wanting to be the same. Now, my type of discrimination is when I come up on a squad or a platoon of enemy that are trying to kill my clients, you know, special forces, Delta Force, whatever, SEALs, whoever that I'm extracting. I discriminate against. Okay, these are the Islam owners. They're the ones commanding these to hold an AK-47 and just pray and spray, right? So I divide them out. It's not really a discriminating factor there. It's just a term, you know. And we got to get back to the old root core of language. We really do. It's been so perverted. It's crazy. And even the word perverted is something has changed from its original purpose. Yeah, but where they're fishing coffee. What a name. Would that be Susan, y'all? 'Cause some of the things I hear Weather talking about sounds just like Susan. And I think I'm gonna get my ass beat tonight if I don't watch a movie with my baby girl. She said, "We're watching a movie at 10 o'clock." I'm like, 10 o'clock? Are you serious? And JT, JT is usually the very first one on here, guys. Talk about some wisdom. Ooh, I'd love to hear JT elaborate. You know, I mean, everybody's got their opinion, but when you elaborate, you actually educate. Trying to keep this computer from falling clear down there on the ground. All right, I took everything out. Good. I'm good to go. Well, Don Barry, yeah, man. What? Look, in your situation, man. Well, see, I'm from the South, and we've always made wine, mash, and moonshine, like kind of a whiskey type thing, right? And If I had raspberries near me, I would mix the raspberries with either apple or pear, and maybe a little bit of peach, and make a good couple of drums of mash, and and set up a nice little 6 or 8 gallon still. I get busy, but that's me. Saturday? Wait a minute. Somebody been asleep for a while. Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? I don't even want to remember the guy's name. He's the one that got me kicked off of Run Gibson, right? Kept attacking me and stuff. And you know what got this guy ticked off? I remember way back then, because we were talking about situations. Because my children were not under my roof, and all of a sudden VA contacted the bank and they cut all my money off. Right? Uh, I think I think Bear remembers that because he's the one that encouraged me to keep praying and have faith and suffer through it, which I did, and which the angels do respond, folks. I'm telling you, they do respond. Oof. Now, the comment that started him off was when I said that all of my wives asked me to get married, and all of them are model class. Now, y'all take a look at Mary Elizabeth and tell me, do you think her mother was model class? Yes. She really doesn't know yet what that means, but she's learning really good. Uh-oh, no me diga. Va por la discoteca, bailar un poco, ¿eh? Bien. Ay, mami. The owners of the place are leaving in the car together, and she's carrying like a piece of pie, and he's got like presents in his hands. They're going to a 15-year-old birthday party. Now, understand, in the Spanish culture, 15 years old, you're considered a proper lady. Yeah, you can date and look for a husband and stuff, right? You know what I mean, girls? Well, I don't know how many girls we got here, but yeah, there's enough. But that's what age, and still, a girl here at 15 years old, if she's got permission from her parents, she can get married. That's why I'm trying like hell to get all my girls out of here. She's only 13. Oh, yep, that would be the one. Okay. Mm. We've been doing enough microbiology research for the past 40 years that, without a shadow of doubt, if you do not have colloidal silver in your DNA, because that's where it stays at, and it shields your blood plaquettes, your blood cells. Um, when you get vaccinated, you will be affected. Now, what I see this vaccine is having is about 7 different types of effects. You're going to see the mercury chrome naturally. You're going to see delivery system from humanoid immuno, yeah, HIV virus. Okay. You're going to see real similar to Ebola, but what they've done was change the DNA in Ebola and mixed it in with this. And what we're seeing right now is the error in what they've done. And I'm a biochemist. I'm not a bioengineer, DNA engineer or anything like that, although we do have some. And from what I understand is that when you're born as a baby, just a little bitty baby, you have about 1/10 of an ounce of gold in you, and you have probably about 1/15 of that in silver inside your system already. Already, that's why the mother has cravings to eat this and that and this and that. And if she eats this and she don't get satisfied, it's because it's a nocturnal impulse. I guess is what you call it, subconscious impulse. And once that's worn away and you don't have it replaced again, now you're taking a look at this new generation that the Bible calls the soulless generation. It's a generation without soul. And you're looking at them right now, guys. You really are. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, the things that they'll just go off on a whim here and there. It's like their brains are completely programmable just with a couple of words. And man, and it damn near makes a person want to cry, man. When you see the youth of America doing this crazy crap, and then you look at all the media that they were exposed to over the past 15 years, and it started in the 80s, actually, you know, 40 years ago, y'all. Isn't that something? Hmm. To make these things regular. When I get up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock and I go clean up the walkway and I shovel all the shit from the chicken coops and I spray it down and by like 6:30, I'm feeding the chickens and the younger cows. You got to feed them. The older cows, they just graze all day, and uh, and people look at me like I'm weird, and I'm like, what in the hell, man? Do y'all even know how to live? You know what I mean? Good God! And then they try to look at me like I'm the weird one when they're the ones that they'll willingly just starve, you know, or eat trash. Good God. Uh, when I had to drain my pond and sell all the fish, that's what really broke my heart, y'all. I love fish. Ugh, I love fish. Dude, I got like 4 different ways to fry fish, y'all. And you would love every one of them. Mm. Yeah, people are about stupid. Southern Bell's pretty much ringing the chime right there. You know, you hit the bell just right. Yeah. See, the thing is, Bill, they 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 don't want to listen. They think with this ego and the selfishness that they've been fed by the communism, they literally, as young as they may be, as many times as they may fail, with a little bit of drugs, they really believe that they know better than us. There's no respect for older humans anymore. Yeah, y'all got me all relaxing now. Baby, where Elizabeth? Sorry, guys. We'll make sure she's okay. Hmm. Yeah. Well, if I was anywhere near you, weather, uh, I would get you one of these, like this right here. Basically, it's a an HP. It's for the soldiers. It's basically for internet, right? That's basically what it's for. It's a pretty basic computer. It's got a little disk drive in it, and you can watch movies and whatnot. Baby, yeah, no, it was make a bed, Mom. Yeah, but my favorite has always been Dell, and I have yet to try, and I would love to try out a laptop from oh my God, they're made for gaming, and they got this like super hyper drive, a huge BIOS library, video card that kicks ass, alien computer. I would really like to try one of those, but and it works really well. Mommy, amor, hey, tráeme los papel por las pruebas de la COVID. Yeah. That's my girl. She's on the phone, like, I'm worried about her, y'all. I need to get her one of those, what do you call it? One of the, but if I put it in a pocket on her hip, it's still not going to get a signal so that her headphones can work to talk to someone. And you know, 13-year-olds, they love to be on the phone. And I'm thinking about getting one of these old rotary phones, right? Click, 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 brrr, click, 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 brrr, click, 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 brrr. That's what I'm. Just take her phone. I told her at 9 o'clock her phone is going away. So let me see. What do we got here? 8 to me. And she's like, okay, Daddy. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. Yeah, it's a piece of paper, honey. That's life, darling. Oh my God. It's a piece of paper, honey. It's a piece of paper that says COVID. It's right there, Mama. I'm not sure if it's in the bed or where all the stuff is. What do you need that for? Baby, come on. What do you need that for? That way it'll be on a feed where I can take a picture of it later if something happens to my phone. What? Yeah, and plus I'm going to show them. Yeah, he said that in coronavirus, COVID-19, you don't know how. Baby, go get the paper. Where is it? It's in there. In there, I know, right? It's okay. Right beside the bed, you got this stack of stuff for Marjorie. Y'all know when women like clean up a house, yeah, they move everything around, so you don't know where jack shit is. You know, that's what we're facing right now. Yeah, but guess what? She was actually helping her like arrange the house and stuff. Baby, but where is it? It's either. Well, it ain't on a bed. It's right there next to the bed. It's right where my stack of stuff is. Right with the wall, right there by the bed. Not on that side. On the entrada, when you enter the room. Okay, go. You got like 20 minutes, and the phone's getting put down. Okay. I told you 9 o'clock. It's not 8:30 then. Exactly. I love you. I'm actually giving you 10 minutes more. Yeah, she's gonna beat my ass. Let me see. I'm gonna put that in a different tab. That way I can. You got it, Mama. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Now. Sí, yo sé que dejaron otra van a alejar, pero tampoco te puedo decir quién fue. Después de que te alejes y de que yo compré que te ibas a alejar, te voy a decir. Mommy. What? Who are you cussing out tonight? Oh my God. I'm with my friend.
is that she liked this boy and she liked to adopt. Oh, my babies and I hate that. So I'm just.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's being stupid, huh? Okay. Now look, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show you real quick. That way I can record it on the feed and I can have it for the kernel on the base. And plus, you guys get to see it. Now, it's me and my daughter. There we go. I'm gonna do this like this. Hold it up. See if we can actually read it. Yeah, you get the SARS and the COVID. It's actually negative. And y'all don't want to know why that is? Baby! Oh my God. Can't believe this. She just takes off. Okay, you got quinine and tonic water. Now, yeah, it's COVID. Now, quinine in tonic water, if you keep it in your system, that means just like you take a coffee mug, right? A coffee mug's like this, and you just put a little bit in there and you suck it down every 3 days. It'll stay in your system for up to around 20 hours, depending. If you're an older gentleman, such as I, 50 years old, it'll stay in my body for almost 30 hours. And what it's doing, yeah, I know. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hold on. Yep. Impossible did, but still work. Now, the big deal with tonic water for so many years, and the people who actually know, is let me wipe this off. It's a little sweaty because it's cold. Now, y'all are all familiar, whether you believe it or not, with white rock. Now, take a look down here. Contains quinine. Now, there's a reason why they say that. Because those, even about 30 years ago when this stuff started coming out, it advertised quinine because the elders knew what was good for you and what was bad for you. And today, Jesus, Lord God, these kids just don't. They're space cadets, man. They have no clue. I'm amazed. Now, even if you've had COVID, even if you've had COVID, and most of us have, I would say about over 80% of the world's population have it. If you actually had quinine, you take quinine, it will even get rid of the antibodies and everything. It will clean your system out. Okay, now you add that with your nascent iodine, and dude, you're good to go. If it's a real test. Now, all these fake tests that are floating around, that's like playing Russian roulette right there. I'm like, hmm, crazy. Now, the colonel, the Honduran colonel, the actual owner of the base, he's not the power plant, but our colonel is. But he's the one demanding that everybody takes a coronavirus test before they get on base. So my baby girl wants to go eat lunch with the soldiers at the chow hall, and I mean, she freaking loves it. And I love to see her eating really good food. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It does not qualify as a pandemic or an epidemic, and people have to understand to qualify for epidemic, it's an outbreak, like in a local area, like within a country or two, three countries together. Now, a pandemic means that it's international. It has spreaded. The testing is 90% bogus. That I truly believe. If you have early tests that for whenever they started this, I really believe it's bogus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the questions that are not answered, okay, Obama, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, who has done some good stuff before, but there's underlying purposes for it. He's really good at what he does, and he kind of stays out of the limelight. He's really good at that. Now, my uncle Ted Turner, I'm Joseph Edward Turner. He's Robert Edward Turner. You know, we're in the same bloodline. I don't agree with Ted Turner about a lot of things that he has done. However, he has somewhat, I would say about 40% redeemed himself with a lot of good things that he has actually done. A lot of things that people don't even know about. But he's involved with some real shady characters. Kind of sucks to be family with someone like that, doesn't it? Now, there's a web of these guys that are, it's just, it's hard to explain it where everybody can understand it. But you guys, most of you guys understand already that they use like kind of like vampires. They suck like parasites. They suck off of your energy, your time, your labor, your sweat, your tears, your blood. They they're using literally, folks, baby blood to keep them alive. Okay, after about 2 heart transplants, you cannot use steroids anymore, and Soros has had 7 heart transplants. After 2, you have to resort to using baby blood. You literally have to be injected with baby blood of your own blood type because of the growth hormones in the baby blood that helps the new heart heal to your arteries. It helps your body accept it. It's disgusting. And people don't realize this, that the George Soros has been using baby blood for so long now. I'm just, no, um, yeah, adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is more of a psycho kind of effect. Um, okay, you guys remember the movie Matrix when what's the black guy's name when he got captured and they injected him with straight uh, mercury chrome. You remember the needle they punched into his neck and go straight to his brain? Yeah, that adrenochrome is kind of the opposite of, yeah. And what a shame. What a shame. So the devil has to use, Satan has to use a device to tell us what's going on. Just like when you read Job, the devil made a deal with God. And I believe really deep down that that's what it represents. And his mouthpiece to tell us what's going on by the law of God is through movies. It's an artistic expression, it's a form of communication. That's what it is. And if you're ready for it, you're ready for it. And that's why the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, those who are ready for it. And I see AJ as He's a trumpet, man. He's warning everybody, and uh, I'm just trying to get my children in a place where they can survive what's about to come. So I'm the Walking Dead. In special operations, that's the decree that you make. I'm the Walking Dead. And I guess that's what makes us so what we are. But you know, I mean, I haven't done any kind of sick rituals or anything like that. But Buffalo Bill. Oh wow, man. Hey Bill, it was like 106 where you were today, wasn't it? I think I got you pinned down where you're at. Right. Don Bear, man, you ain't kidding. And AJ, actually, I recorded it too. And I sent it to quite a few people. I sent it to Ryan, to Aaron, and I don't have your number on my phone. I couldn't send it to you. But AJ actually, he did a little, for lack of words, sermon or lecture today. What I saw today, anyway, this morning when I got up. Armageddon. Yeah. Y'all have no idea what Armageddon's going to be like. Okay, listen. At first, this is what I saw. When the Bible says that children will be against their parents and parents will be against their brothers and sisters, that you're going to have inter colony squabbles at first, but then it'll turn violent. And we're talking about a bad spirit, y'all. This is going to be going all over the planet all at one time. You're going to see neighbors killing neighbors. That's just the way it's going to be. And if I remember right, it was actually Adams, Mike Adams, that coined it quite well. And that's what I saw years ago. Is that it's not going to be because of the education system, because of the youth, because of the social system and the breakdown. You're going to see neighbors robbing neighbors, killing neighbors, raping neighbors. It's going to be just stupid crazy. And then the government's going to come in acting like they're all John Wayne heroes and stuff. But next thing you know, you're going to be lined up in a FEMA camp and exterminated. Freaking insane. And I just and people can't even see it. That's what has me so amazed. A great delusion. And everything's right there in the Bible, and it's going exactly the way the Bible said. Yeah, they are getting very vicious. Mm. Hey, Buffalo. That is good to see you. Hope you had a great day. Yeah, even the Old Testament, you're right. Mm. And see, Susie, the thing about this cycle, notice in your King James Version, right there in Genesis, is talking about the cycle of the Garden of Eden. Okay, now it's talking about okay, a man plants a seed, a woman has the egg, the seed fertilizes its egg, and a plant comes out. Which the plant, if you think in human terms, is a child. Okay, now that's the spirit side of it. Because you're bringing a soul into this world. Hey Dallas, hope you didn't trip over your shoelaces today. Now it's the cycles, and women have a monthly cycle. Just a rough, crude kind of example. Okay, now your trees have a cycle as well. They drop seeds, and some of the seeds will actually sprout up and start growing. And then when they get big enough to handle the sun themselves, then the older tree will rot away and fade. It'll drop, just like we do. Vegetables are the same way. Now, human society has a cycle as well. Now, this cycle, a planet-wide cycle, from what my calculations are, and the people that I've spoken with, astrophysicists and whatnot, some of them argue 5,000 years, some of them argue 2,500 years. Okay, but what I see right now from the evidence of geological surveys and whatnot, you see that we're at about 2,380 years, something like that. No, oh my God, 2,400 years. We're less than 100 years from the new beginning of a new cycle. And there's nothing that we or anybody else can do about it. And the thing is, when we survive that cycle, what small population on this planet will be, we will dominate the population again. We will dominate the planet again. Now, as we go into that cycle, whoever's in charge and whoever's ready are the ones on the other side of the cycle. Whenever we start repopulating again, they're the ones that are going to be in charge. Colonel Shaw, God, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sitting here like giving classes. Okay. Oh my God. How do you explain that? Even the Bible tells you to pay attention to your dreams. From about 1:30, if you go to bed about 8, 8:39, okay, from about 1:30, and what I've noticed about 2 to 2:30, around 3 o'clock, anywhere within that hour and a half period, there's a lot of spiritual movement. There's a lot of communication with angels. It's like their hour. When all are in one accord means a lot in the Bible. It means a lot. Um, and when you have all these craniums in alpha state, dormant state, dreaming, right, and they're all lined up in one accord with subconsciously, I mean, and unconscious, like sleeping and dreaming, and your angels can touch each brain, boom, 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 like that, because your brain basically is like an antenna to the next dimension, and they can actually. You ever been walking down the street and all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, you get this ugly feeling that you I mean, that you want you feel ugly or feel like crying or feel like killing yourself or whatever, and that's an attack. And how are they attacking you? They're messing with your brain. Okay, that's the way they function. Now, when you're asleep and you've said your prayers and stuff, and you're covered by the Holy Spirit, you receive these dreams. Angels literally talk to you through your dreams. Now, it specifically indicates men to being talked to. However, I've had girlfriends that have had dreams. They really cared about me sincerely. I mean, 100%. And they've literally predicted things that were going to happen to me. And I was like, when I was really young, and I was just saying, okay, whatever, all right, whatever. Like I believe in that, you know. And of course, I went to church and everything like that. But I was one of those like fake waxed over Christians. I was so hurt by the world that I got waxed over. Just whatever, you know. But after a couple of times that it actually came to pass, it actually happened exactly what old girl said 2 days ago happened this day. That kind of opened my eyes, guys. It really did. Women, if a woman is really sincere and clean, in her heart and her intentions and what she does, yeah, I would listen to them, bro. Women are here for a reason. Mm. Yeah, that's why I'm in the Oracle program. Um, Susie, in 1992, I had just came out of Fort Knox, Kentucky from basic training. I went to Fort Benjamin Harrison, Indianapolis, of all places. I'm wondering still to this day, why the heck did they send me there? Turns out that 7 of us were selected. We had a psychological profile, is what the manager said, and she was freaking fine, man. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, immediately, it's one of them chicks that walk into a room with a tight fitting military uniform on, pistol belt, and everything. And immediately, as a young man, you start like going into fantasies and stuff. It's freaking stupid. But anyway, we went through a 10-day course, and um, that's been part of my job ever since the Oracle program. I can tell where the enemy is going to be coming from, and how many there are, basically. See, Colonel Shaw met an angel here on chat. Yes, sir. Hmm. Kimberly, huh? Yeah, I saw. I got eyes. What do you call these things? Yeah, they're eyes. Yep. Oh my goodness. Miriam's like, damn it. Yeah, man. Tell you what, God, we would have such a beautiful weekend if we had some barbecue, man. Every one of y'all. Oh, I would bring out the pontoon. You know, it's only got 2 bedrooms on it and a bathroom. It's got a nice kitchen. It holds about right around 200 gallons of water. For bathing and stuff like that. It's nice. Little yacht, about 54 foot long. Yeah, it's nice. Damn near houseboat. Okay. Um, Let me explain my job. I have to be the one person in the room. The reason why I am the way I am with you guys is because I'm completely open. If I'm activated or if I have a special interest, I can walk into a bank, do what I need to do, and not a single person in that bank will remember who I was. That's part of my job. Part of my job is being a special investigator, and you learn the little cues and keys and social skills to not be remembered, basically. Okay, so um, anyone who I feel passion for, like care, I'm completely open. But if I'm on activated, like mission or whatever, or operation, I guarantee you nobody will even want to remember who I am. Seriously, it's kind of it's some interesting training. We'll just say that. Hmm. Well, Dallas, we do that too. We extract packages for interrogation purposes. Yeah, Southern Belle. Wow. I think you and I heard the same angel because for about a little over 20 years, I've been I've been storing things up underground here and there, up in the United States before I came down here to Honduras, and I got like 4 waypoints here in Honduras with I actually use drones, barrels with spaghettis and canned goods and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, Dallas, I am an Oracle. I'm in the Oracle program. So there's the only way I can explain it to people where they will understand, and is that your attention to detail is so hyper, is so high that your panorama, your peripheral vision is so broad and clear that you can see things that other people can't see. Straight into a commander's eyes, and I can see his pupils dilate a little bit, and I'll know exactly what he's doing. He's trying to trick that commander, or he's not really telling the truth, or something. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would really like you to get you. It would take about, I'd say about $60. Get you two plastic drums, a tin, a real. I'm not sure if this thing's letting you guys hear me or not. Okay, it comes with a locking mechanism on top. It's a ring. Yeah, Dallas, you're right, man. That's why I respect cops. That's why we're the best. And you see this little point on my ear right here? Let me see if I can actually show you. See it right there, right up here. That little point is called a bat's ear. And when we're young, we can literally see at night. I mean, literally, guys. It could be cloud cover and everything. And I can hear, even with scar tissue and this ear right here. It's kind of weird, kind of hearing, and I think this ear compensated for it. I can hear things way, way out, way out. Well, my flower bed, Southern Belle, usually is. I like tomatoes. Oh, did you know you can live on tomatoes and potatoes too? I love potatoes. And potatoes, you can plant them real deep. I mean, up to a foot deep. After they're actually got their leaves on them. And them bad boys, they'll keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. Like one place, I got all kinds of vegetables planted, just out in the middle of the wilderness, like that. Because what I saw down here is where Armageddon's going to kick off. It'll have about two or three spurs. Like when you spur a horse to get him to move. And one of the first spurs is going to be down here. It's going to affect the United States. The United States is going to respond. And that's why I'm hoping that Trump will bring most of our soldiers back. However, you got almost a quarter of our population are highly well trained veterans, right? So not really worried about the boys back home. What I'm worried about is the guys that's going to get to you. So that's why I'm here. That's kind of the reason why I'm here. I saw it years ago, guys. I'm not trying to do a drop kind of conversation. Organ meat. Organ meat. Please elaborate. You're talking about intestines, like oh my God, guys, what do you call that? It's like a stew that you make out of cow guts, or you can use goat. I love liver. Liver, uh, I'm telling you, liver is just awesome. Now, heart and kidney, um, The chicken kidney. What do you call those things? Yeah, that man, you're on it, dude. You're doing better than I am. Sheesh. I'm sitting here. Mommy, honey, where's my supper, baby? Y'all making me hungry. You know that, right? All I had was a freaking Burger King hamburger today. I'm like, come on, y'all. Yeah, I was out doing some work, and that's the only thing they brought to me. Give me just a second. Come on. I wasn't trying to play music. That's what I want to do. I'll just give you a buzz real quick. Oh, y'all heard them cat fighting, right? I love that.
El número que usted ha digitado no es correcto. Claro que tienes más.
Heck, they're on the neighbor's roof. I love it. I want a ringtone like that. Cat's going crazy. You hear him, right? Stop it. Stop it. Dale, Poppy. There you go. Get it on. Sometimes you gotta tell them cats to get away. Man, I speak so many animal languages. It's freaking insane. All right, let me see what time it is. Yep, it's after 9 o'clock. Hey guys, did Bill come up yet? Emerald City Bill, the game experience. God, how many names we gotta come up with? Okay, Buffalo. You got a good point, but take a look at mussels that come out of clams. Take a good look at that about the vitamin B content. Okay. Now, what I like about clams is they're how can you explain it? Okay. As a biochemist, I'm going to explain to you that the proteins in clams enable your body to absorb calcium at a much higher rate. I mean, think about it. Clams, they're using calcium to make their shells and stuff, and it's constantly growing. Um, Caracal, what do you call them? The sea snails. Sea snails. I know like 5 names for them things. They're freaking awesome. I love them. You boil them in there. Yeah, oysters. Come on, man. I'll pop an oyster, clean that baby out, soak it in spices overnight, and every single one of them that I popped and dropped, in the spices, I'll chop it in 3 pieces and I'll fry that baby up, and you'll orgasm right on the spot, dude. As soon as you start chewing it, I'm telling you, I'm so good with oysters. Really, really. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Nobody type anything right now. Let me grab this. Put it in new tab. There we go. That sounds super interesting. A woman served the entire city council. And they love doing the fireworks down here. I don't know whether it's a holiday or not, but literally they got these humongous bottle rockets they shoot up. It's got 2 big old mortars in it. Kaboom, kaboom. Yeah. Okay. oyster fingers with shrimp, and there's a special like honey mustard mix that you put inside of a fried flounder, and it is so. I mean, I will never forget that. Uh, that is right there on Galveston Bay. It was a restaurant that where you literally sit on the tables. It was over the water, and you could hear the water underneath you, literally. And I was just young. I was not even like 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. And I still remember it now. It was so good. It was insane. Okay, oysters. You're kind of right. But you do have a lot of nutrients that will actually take out the oils of your body because it's actually seen as a toxin. Okay. From your body. Your body sees it as a toxin, the oil from the oyster. And that's kind of what provokes your health right there. It activates your immune system in a special way. I'm not saying like you get a cold or anything like that, but um, I could see that. I could see that working real good. Hey, Don Bear, God bless you, man. You've got to be kidding me. Ryan just dropped in. Nice to see you, brother. Huh. Yeah, I just kind of popped up. My daughter like threatened me if she wasn't able to talk to Miriam, so I checked to see if Miriam was up and about. Then she come over here and there's like 30 people on this chat, something like that. She got mm, timid, intimidated. But she did a really good job of her makeup today. She's actually when she studies something, she goes all out. Oh, guys, this weekend, Monday, Tuesday, the bows will be here. I'm gonna have to upload a video of her learning how to shoot the bow. She's awesome, guys. Come on. Yeah, we got a pretty good house tonight, don't we? That's nice. I got one single bullfrog singing out there. And of course, we had that Hurricane Nana hit. It was raining for a couple of days. Not too bad up in these parts. Okay, Susie, I knew about the pandemic like a year out. Yeah, it was definitely planned. I mean, there's things I can't really talk about, but I won't mention where the guy works. But we were uh, we were classmates, which is I only got one PhD. He's got two, and one of them is like a third one is what do you call that when they an honorable PhD when they just kind of give it to you because of who you are. Yeah, work with them for a little while. Honorary. There you go. Hey Gus, guys, good to see you. Gus, I hope you had a good day over there. Man, And where you're at, hurricanes don't hit pretty much, every what, 60 years, something like that. Dallas, very few people know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, there are certain things that, you know, at certain levels I could talk about, and I just one of those things. Man, my Paloma, um, she used to love when I would. She's a mayor, or was before the bats got a hold of her. And she loved to dance. She'd pop them legs up and just dance around in circles. Really pretty. And she was fast. You got the gallop horses that don't really stretch out very well, but then you got horses that really stretch out and they're so smooth when they're running. Beautiful. She was one of those, and she loved it. On hot days, I would bring a bucket of water out for her and fill up her bucket because the saliva that gets in the water when they drink. And it's not much, but it's enough to make a goo on the bathe her down with the trough water before I'd put a saddle on her. So she's already wet. And boy, she would take off running. I miss my horses, guys. Oh, I miss my horse. You know who I really miss a lot? I used to sit down and have a couple of cigarettes, right? And this old stump that I cut out with the chainsaw, and I put sand on it to kind of draw out the moisture, and I cleaned it off. And I would sit out there in the buck. I had like 17 deer, whitetail, and the main buck. He was a 4 pointer. He would come over and I would sit. He would be right there with me, and I would pet him some, and uh, there's little things like that in life that you really miss, guys. Really miss. Maybe someday I'll have another cria, what do you call it? Another flock or group of deer. They were pretty. Oh my goodness. No, Ryan or any of you guys really, if you have any interest in venison, you're going to need about 9 foot tall, or mine was 12 foot tall. I used 6 foot tall chicken wire reinforced with barbed wire. I had 5 or 6 lines. Some places I had six when there was a bordered or a hill. I would put up more barbed wire and stuff. But once you get a pair, like a little mare and a buck, you you help them have their baby and you get them going. And you always got to make sure you got the right type of vegetation planted for them and enough field where they can jump and run in. They're really fun, and you can invite. I invited. There's two schools nearby, two little towns, and I invited the school kids, and all the parents would come. They would barbecue, guys, and the little kids. Whenever I had a nice little fawn, a little deer, a baby deer, and they would all come out, and it was so pretty. I would have to tie the buck up because they're real protective, right? So we learned something new today, which means I would like to know what that is so I can learn something new today. Huh. Hey, Buffalo, horses pretty much pick you. It's not you picking them, they pick you. I can stand in the middle of a field with a herd of horses, and the one horse that actually shows curiosity for you or comes up to uh, kind of say hi or whatever, that's your horse. Well, property rights. Hmm. Yeah, horses will save your life, man. If you got the right horse. I seen a cow with a horse. Kicked him 3 times and was biting him and stuff. It was so funny. And the guy was like, "Damn horse." I'm like, dude, don't hit the horse, man. Come on, just trade. That's what the horse trading means, you know. You ain't got the right to horse, man. You made a mistake. And meant you made a mistake. Trade it for another horse. Maybe you get a better horse, the horse that actually likes you. Uh, whew. God, y'all, I'm so tired today. Oh, hold on, Sick Pat. I got something to show you right now. I'll be right back. Yesterday, it came in a couple of days back, but I didn't have the money to get over there or ride that matter. Pick it up, but I'll show you part of my therapy. You would love one of these things. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Uh, oh my goodness. Oh, shit. Okay, who can tell me what this is? Well, it'd help if I'd actually show you. Then you have electrodes. This will be a TANS unit. And it's what I like about this model is it has a belt carrier with it. And dude, it took like 3 months for this thing to get here. But I put it on. You know, I had to bail out one time, and I fell off the second floor terrace, and I hit a water main, one of the big old galvanized pipes right across my back. and I kind of got a little shiver in my hand, you know, on this side over here. So I put it on, and it started shocking me a little bit. You know what I mean. It's a TANS unit. It uses electrotherapy. And dude, I fell asleep right there in the chair, just like that. I was gone, dude. It was better than having two virgins, like one over here and one over here, like twin virgins, like boom, boom, like giving me massages on both sides, and just Pat, you would love one of those, man. You really need to look them up. And I got it for my knee, really, but yeah, yeah, that I wouldn't hook it up in any intimate places though. My first tangent it was 1994, something like 1995. So, no, 94 is when it was. And yeah, one of my soldiers come running out of my barracks room, right? And he was holding his stuff, and I'm like, dude, what in the heck did you do? He put one of the pads from the TANS unit on his stuff, right? And he's like, oh, look, and he clicked it on. Well, see, I'm kind of high resistant to electricity, so it's always on kind of a high setting. He shocked the hell out of his stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. My other one is a six pad. This is four pads. This is just made for local areas. My other one has two different program settings. And the thing is, if it's still around, it's out way out in the mountains out there. So I had to get another one, guy. Government really takes good care of me. Colonel, you gotta be kidding me. Alone in the World, that was one of my first two. What it seems like. Check that out. Yeah, no wonder I like you. What happened to kids reading, y'all? Come on. I'm trying to get my daughter to read, and she just wants to grab her phone and look it up on the internet. And I'm like, come on, there's a next step there. You gotta have to develop something up here, memory bank. And that's part of the problem of what we're looking at right now with all this Antifa and BLM and stuff like that. Talking about observation skills, it took them like a couple thousand years to figure out exactly how to trick and fool humanity in a mass scale to get them to be like that. Even if I did come across, some brown shirts, would I have to drop like 50 or 60 of them for them to actually back off? Or, you know, I mean, they're my own people. And this is kind of freaky, because you know what would happen if I get to the United States. Which, when all of my kids are all together in a group, boom, me and the colonel got something worked out. They're going straight up to the Texas Turner Ranch. Yep, all of them, whether they like it or not. I'm not talking about whether the kids like it or not. Of course, they're going to love it. There's other people over there they like it or not. Y'all can tell I like powwows, right? I like sitting on the ground. Grab me a little cigarette. From guess who, y'all? British India Tobacco Company. Yeah. You remember British India Trading Company? Oh my God. Well, somebody's cooking some good smelling stuff right now. Damn it. You know when you put a little salt and pepper and you chop up an onion and you start frying it in a little bit of oil, how that smell is real sweet. You throw a little meat in there. That's what I'm smelling right now. Dang it. Yeah, Mice and Men, Kill a Mockingbird. Huh. I can mention a couple others that I had the pleasure of being terrorized by. It. Who read the whole entire novel, It, without watching the movie? Yeah, The Shining. Yeah. Oh, what was the series? It was a 6 book, 7 book series. Uh, Tin LaHaye and what was it about Revelations about end times? The It was actually kind of accurate. I would not have portrayed a couple of the dynamics in there the way they did, but uh, it was a Christian set of novels that actually I read when I was in the field, guys. I mean, seriously, out at Fort Campbell. Tim LaHaye, hold on, end times. What was that? Oh my God. Complete Christian novels, right? Yeah, isn't that sick, man? They can barely even read. Mm. You know when that helicopter blade hit me? I don't know if y'all can see that. There it is. It's right through there. That's the scar right here where the helicopter blade hit me. And before that, I didn't even have to read the whole book. I could just flip page after page after page after page, about 10 pages or so, and I would literally dream about what I saw as a photographic memory, And then the next day I would just flip through another 10 pages, not even reading it, just like photocopy. And I got that good, my photographic memory, and now I'm totally screwed, man. I have to. You could pick up a book. I'd pick up the same book. We could read like 30, 40 pages, put it down, and if I go to sleep, then next day I won't even remember picking up the book. I have to read it like the same pages for. Usually, it takes around 9 or 10 days for me to actually remember it. Dallas, man, you're gonna have to get off them games, bro. I'm not getting on to you. I'm not saying that you're ugly or bad or anything like that, but you're gonna have to get something real going on. Well, Miriam, that's what his mama told me last night. Oh, sorry, Dallas. He probably gonna kick my ass now. Lord help me. Yeah. You got to give the Dallas guys. He's actually taking care of his mama. That is an awesome task. That's blessed right there. You're doing good, buddy. That's what she tells me anyway. Hell yeah, man! I used to send money home to my mama. Mama was there in my house with my granny, and she'd take care of granny, right? And I would pay the electric bills sometimes, and the water, system, and I'd send her money so granny could eat good. Yeah, that's right, brother. My daughter, y'all noticed this, right? See that right there? I took the clippers to it today. My daughter, she said, "Dad, I wanna see you have a beard like Don Bear." I'm like, "Well, honey, okay." I started letting it grow out. And this morning she's like, Dad, you got hair growing this way and that way, and then you got white ones like like super growing and stuff, and and I'm like, well, honey, what are you trying to say? She's like, well, it's time to trim. So I went ahead and give it a trim, guys. Yeah, as if I could have a beard like Don Bear. I mean, come on. That's like maybe 1 in 800 guys can have a beard like that. Yeah, Huh, my dad did. That's who taught me how to ride a Harley, man. Hey, y'all, I heard this saying this evening that really made a lot of sense. It said, "Beardos unite." That came from Sick Pat. Damn right. Yeah, Miriam, I got home out of the army, and dude, I was crying. I did not want to leave. Even the sergeant major shed a tear, man. He came out to my house out in the mountain there on a Saturday morning, and it kind of surprised me. He's never been there before. He had to ask somebody where I lived, I'm sure. And he told me, "Hey, Chief, you're not going to be in the army anymore. Here's your paperwork. You got 1 month. Square your stuff away. You're out now." And I'm like, "Damn it!" And that feeling when you're so used to a certain lifestyle and it just kind of broadsides you, and boom, it just hits you just like that. And when I got home, I'm to my house there in Longview, Texas. My mom and my granny were there. After about a month and a half, Granny passed away right there in her medical bed. She had one of those therapeutic beds that electric that you could raise it up here and there and stuff like that. And my mama she told me, y'all, she told me, she said, I was the only reason why I'm alive is because I was taking care of your other mama. Because in the tribe, in my tribe, all women are considered your mama, and still to this day, I still call women mama. If they're motherly age, and you can tell a woman who has children and a woman who doesn't. And and then just a couple of months later, my mama told me, she said, "Hey, Joey, it's time to." She called me by my young name, Joey, and that's serious talk, y'all. You don't just say Joey for whatever thing. Normally, she just said hey or Joe or something like that. It was time to go to the hospital, and she was dead that night, like 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, man. Good thing I had a chance to call, my uncle and my grandma and everybody. Okay, so need to keep it trimming. Yeah, I got one of them little clipper things, the little micro clippers to trim it. And a lot of people tell me just using scissors is better, but my right arm is real shaky. It would never come out right. Yeah, you got it, Pat. There's so many people tell me just use scissors. I'm gonna have to use my left hand more. Damn it. In that I am ambidextrous, but just with writing or doing little things, something like precision trimming and cutting. Well, somebody likes to beard. Yeah. I know one thing. Hell, Don Bear shows up in chat over there, right? And you got this chest beard. Dang. Huh? You can mop the floor with that thing. Man. And ZZ Top. Remember Tom from ZZ Top? The main guitarist. That guy, man. And they're from Texas, right? I knew Tom. I grew up with one of his kids. I guess my grandma knew him or knew the band or something. I don't know. But hmm, holy cow. I was at one of their concerts. Oh, I wasn't but like 5 years old. Hmm. To me, that was just like normal life, y'all. Yeah, now listen, Buffalo, you need to understand the dynamics. First, you need to understand that when the Bible says the glory of a woman is her long hair. Now, when you cuddle up with a woman during the night when she falls asleep, she will naturally turn her back to you with her long hair, and that is an air filter for you because the hair naturally secretes a certain type of oil that captures any dust that's in the air that you might breathe in while you are recovering from a hard day's work. Now, a man with a beard, he can sleep just flat on his back, way out in the desert, and he will have to brush his beard out in the morning because there's going to have a whole bunch of dust and sand in it. Why? Because it's an air filter. So the more filtered air you have as you are recovering from anything like a hard, day's ride or something like that, you actually do get stronger. So there, what you were talking about, Buffalo, it's actually very true, very true. Hmm. Well, Pat talking about hiding a derringer in there. Huh. You got a pretty good point there. However, having a beard is like daring someone to try to grab it. Now, I can see that happen. Yeah, barbarian beard. Yep. Yeah, Medusa. That's literally what they call oh my god. Pulpa is an octopus or squid. Medusa is a jellyfish, because their long strands will sting you. Yeah, you can't argue with a beard. Yeah, Medusa, literally in Spanish, that's what they call it, Marion. You know that. Chica bonita, bien sabe. Talks it up here because I ain't listening. Slam it down. Oh my god. Huh. You kind of got a jawbone, been hit enough times. The damn thing's like freaking cast iron. I'm married. Just picking on your girl. You know that life ain't fair. You gotta deal with it how you can. Look at this. She said her Spanish is basic, and then she does the ha 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 in Spanish. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, ZZ Top is kind of like, you know what? You got a really good point there. ZZ Top was so distinguished because of their beards. And still to this very day, I have never seen any other group challenge ZZ Top. Not a single time. Now, you do have Ozzy Osbourne, who was a classic in his own right by all meanings. Hmm. Then you got like Scorpions, who were completely forgotten, and yeah, you know all of those, right? But those beards set them guys way apart. You know what the hell movie was that? Cheech and Chong's last movie. Cheech was at the beginning of the movie saying that like a long over the road traveling kind of resort type of discotheque place, like a bar. And it turned out to be vampires. Um, Dusk to Dawn. Dusk to Dawn. That was the name of the movie. From Dusk to Dawn, or Dusk to Dawn, maybe. But ZZ Top was offered a gig with them to make the movie, and they were like, "Whatever, guys," you know. Yeah, stranglehold. A Ranger grip. Yeah, yeah. Man, I hadn't had a Ranger grip on anybody for a long time. You know that's what Mansour Mander said, that I had too much combat in my right hand. Is it's either limp or it's like completely like super grabbing. Mm. Yeah, I know, right? What a movie. Huh? It's just like I guess that was the theme that maybe the Texas boys didn't like. Hmm. 'Cause you know, as in Texas, we do not like. Basically, a vampire is a leech. You know, even okay. Think about it. After your second heart replacement surgery, you cannot use, if you're after 50 years old, you cannot use steroids anymore because it will completely destroy your liver. You have to use something else with growth hormones. Now, baby's blood is a perfect thing. It has growth hormones that are so powerful because babies grow at a very rapid rate. They grow at 17% faster than any adult does. Um, well, more than that, but securely you can say 17%. So they literally inject themselves with this baby's blood from the abortion clinic. So if George Soros had 7 heart transplants, how in the hell did he do that? Think about it. That's pretty sick, isn't it? Well, Dallas, you're a work in progress, dude, and you know it. Well, I know it. Hopefully, you're gonna be a pretty great man someday. The hell off them video games. You got really good. I think it was a couple of pictures. Probably jacked off to one of them. Brandon. Hmm. Imagine that. Oh, did I just say that? I'm sorry, Mariam. Gotta forgive me. Please forgive me. He's kind of young. Got some juices flowing. I like to take liver and boil it in some really thick salt, pepper, and lemon water. And then I'll, just boil it till you see a little bit of oil on top of the water, just a little bit, not much. And then it won't take long. A flash boil would work real great. You put the spices in, you get the water super boiling, and then you drop it in for like 4 minutes. Then you turn it off. Leave it for about an hour, cover it up, and let it just cool down on its own, and it cooks all the way to the middle. Then you cut it in real thin slices, and you batter it. You make a liquid batter. Use a little bit of beer, onion, garlic, well, onion, salt, or use garlic powder and a little bit of pepper, and with a 50-50 mix of flour and cornmeal, and then you fry them bad boys. That is the best liver you will ever have in your life. I'm telling you. And it's just pretty much the same recipe for fish too, especially saltwater fish. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty much like exhausted. I know I ain't as entertaining as Aaron the Tires. Where is Aaron, by the way? Who had contact with him? Why have I been worried about him, y'all? Damn. As soon as all my kids get here in one spot, we're freaking gone, dude. We're catching a hop on C5. Getting the hell out of this country. Bill better be getting ready, man. He'll see once my kids get there. Hey, man, you're great. Y'all could tell. You see where I'm at, right? Hold on, let me show you. I'm laying on the floor. It's all. It was kind of a warm day, and the coolest place in the house is on the ceramic floor. And that's the little secret there here in Central America. I mean, you'll drive through the streets and you'll see all kinds of kids that are laying on their bellies on the floor. Why? Because they're freaking hot. The seat back like, thanks, I think. Check you out. Holy cow. Or, yeah, one of those things. At a boat show, you gotta be kidding me. Hey, boys, what's your favorite boat, man? I like the Ranger and I respect it. I respect it a lot. But the Skeeter, Ever since I was little, that's kind of like my dream boat, you know? Yeah, court, warehouse dweller. What a name. Yeah, I'm selling my boat motor. Well, my boat motor is Yamaha 35 four cycle. It's actually really nice. For a two cycle, one that you have to use two cycle motor oil in, or two cycle fuel oil. You would have to have like a 90, 95 something to meet the same power capacity. Okay, so Pat, what you're saying is the Ranger is going to be your favorite out of the speedboats, the bass fishing boats. The Ranger and the Skeeter are your two premium. Now, I do like a flat bottom, but when I think flat bottom, I think fan motors. Hmm. Like swamp boats, good 14, 15 footer. A lot of people like to use a six-cylinder motor in them out of like a Nissan or something like that. But I'm more of a four-cylinder Toyota with a little turbo on it. You know, just yeah, I know, but I do like airboats. I mean, I'm from East Texas, man. Right, one of my favorite girlfriends was even thinking about her, boy, gets my mouth watering. Damn it, that girl, Louisiana Swamp Girl, man, she was freaking awesome. Her dad had a 289, I guess you call it, an eight cylinder, mounted on his airboat. That little bastard would run like hell. Good lord, man. He had like three fins on the back of it. Wow, you're talking about cork trees. And they use the bark to make the corks with, right? Well, I want some rubber trees, guys. That's what I want. Now it's starting to rain again. I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me. Yeah, you're crazy. I we do. Well, I cannot believe this, guys. I told everybody they need to be in bed at 9 o'clock, and they're my lawyers, and they actually listen. I haven't seen this. I haven't heard a single bit of music or a peep from anybody since about 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Shit. Okay. Kind of like your canela trees, cinnamon trees. The cinnamon you get is actual bark from a tree, and it actually peels off itself. You just kind of have to. And there's some real good cinnamon trees. The super fine cinnamon comes from down here. 20 guys with guns, no problem. Point me, point me where they're at. I'll take care of them. Don't understand, man. I believe I'm still in my freaking riding suit. Yeah, there's a few Miss Kitties down here. I'm telling you. Woo. I saw this one girl got super curly hair today. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about curly hair guys, but it drives me freaking crazy. Curly hair and red hair. I'm just, oh. I found one that was sincere, but dude, she'd be by my side the rest of my life, but good luck with that shit. Hmm. Yeah, you know what else, but this fun. Oh wow. I hadn't heard that in a long time. Oh. Yeah, I was in oh my god. 2002 we formed up the 6th Squadron of the 6th Cavalry Regiment. And we were the very first longbow Apaches over in Europe. And of course, you know what we were there for, right? It was all planned out. I knew it ahead of time. Every one of the sergeants in the whole squadron was spec ops. You know, and they don't do that without a purpose. And the Oktoberfest was, oh my God, let me see. Würzburg, Germany, Oktoberfest had 106,000 people, something like that. It was incredible, guys. You had these humongous trucks just full of these vats of beer. And I mean, just all night long. They were just opening these valves, filling up glasses all night long. Crude, raw, fresh, super fresh. You know, Hefeweizen beer, the dark beer. Oh, so good. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Once you've had the best, it's hard to compare it with the rest. Yeah, all of us military guys, we had a special area with cabanas, I guess what you call it here in Central America anyway. We had our own tents. There you go. And our own fold out chairs and stuff like that. It was actually pretty nice. We had our own area. You know, we weren't mixed in with the crowd for security purposes. But man, looking out over the crowd, woo, and I bet you this very day you could walk up on any street corner in Germany and take out a couple of euros, right? and you just feed it into a little machine and pick out what pack of cigarettes you want, and just like that, you buy your cigarettes. It's a government-controlled entity. We're talking about cork trees. Hey, Pat, you remember me sending you a little news documentary about the marshmallow trees, South Carolina? Shit, where the hell are these ants coming from? It's raining. That's why they're up here. Yeah, you know that was a joke, right? The South Carolina News Corps, or whatever the hell, the news channel, they decided to do a joke, right? They did a pretty good job. Marshmallows don't grow on trees, dude. But it kind of convinces you, though, don't it? I loved it. My daughter got so pissed off, man. She really thought that marshmallows grew on trees. When the dude picks one off and he like smells it and stuff and eats it, I love it. Yeah. I wonder how many people are fooled by that thing. Dude, Ryan, you got to get you one of these, man. They're electric. You charge them up just like you charge up a phone. Love it. That's what I used on my bike this morning. Roasting a cattail. I'm gonna look that up. I won't forget. I promise. Roasting a cattail. Yeah, a buffalo. Look up what's the name of it? You'll probably come up. You'll probably find it in search if you type in Louisiana swamp frog legs. Yeah, kind of like the roots. The smaller palm trees, you can with your axe or your machete or whatever. Like me, in my case, would be a sword. You can chop down and you peel it like this, and the very core, you peel it away on every side, and the very core of it, you slice that baby out down to where the roots are, and you just roast it a little bit. And that's some really good starch. It's got fiber and starch in it. Now the banana tree is basically the same way. The very core of it, you can eat it if there's not bananas on it. If the bananas are even green, you can still eat them. I mean, just if they're not even ripe, you can still eat bananas. That's the beautiful thing about banana trees. And yes, I'm in a banana republic, and there's bananas all over the place. You pay like 2 cents for like 5 bananas. It's great. And speaking of, I need more bananas. I need more potassium. I thought they said that the storm had already blown through, and it's still raining. It is rainy season though. Yeah, plantains. They call them tajadas. You ever go to a restaurant and there's a Spanish lady there, just ask her, how do we want tajadas? Or ask her, can you give me tajadas, please? And you'll see what I'm talking about. Con crema. Well, with cream. And they'll give you sour cream with the tajadas. And that is freaking awesome. A little, like a couple little drops of hot sauce and, Tabasco sauce and the cream, and mix it up. Boy, you're on. And plantain is like the perfect vegetable on the planet. I mean, it's amazing in nutrients that it gives you. Yeah, con crema. With sour salt and sour sauce on there, man. Or sour cream. Yeah, that's good. A little pepper, a little bit of chili. Mm, man. Well, hopefully, you know what? I could just go tomorrow and get my Harley and bring it over here. But see, the thing is, there's so many motorcycles that are robbed every day here in this country that if you're not with your motorcycle, even if you park it in a parking lot and don't chain it up, after about 15 or 20 minutes, somebody could have already stopped their truck. Two guys, three guys jump out, throw your motorcycle in the back of their truck, and they just stole it. And then with a nice bike like a Harley, you don't do that, man. So basically, I just use the Harley to go do important things, or in the early morning, like 4:30, I'll take off, and as the sun comes up, I'm coming back. Once you've been riding a bike, you get used to that, the wind hitting you and your whole body getting chilly, like shivering cold, and especially early in the morning, you don't even have anybody else on the highway, man. You open that baby up. It's really nice, y'all. Really is. You don't even have to worry about cows crossing the highway, or yeah, in these little countries, you have to worry about that. Horses being in the highway, and cows and stuff like that, goats. Mm. No, actually, hey, Buffalo, you get your. This is what they do down here, and it comes out really nice, bro. I'm talking really nice. You you cut your plantain in about 1 inch, or 1.5 inch or something like that, and you boil it, okay? And then you just take a glass and you scoop it out. You put it on a plate and you smash it. And right in the middle of it, you put a little garlic salt or cheese or whatever you're gonna put in it, and you fold it over with a fork or something. You just fold it over, kind of like you're doing an omelet. And you take that same glass and you smash it again. And with your oil heated up, you flash fry it. Now, flash frying means you fry at a very high temperature, but for a short period of time. And man, I'm telling you, good Lord, them things are so good. Uh, yeah, that's mm, there's so many recipes, guys. I like Colby Jack. Kobe Jack cheese. I'm like their biggest fan. I still got two big old logs like this of Kobe Jack cheese in my deep freezer over there. Uh, the third log, I got one half over here and one half in the warehouse over there. If my daughter wasn't here, I'd still be over at the warehouse. I even brought a refrigerator over here for her, and I take care of mine, man. My baby girl right there. Ah, ah, Osaka cheese. Are you talking about um whatever? I ain't even try to remember right now. Um, Casillo, and of course it popped right back up in my mind. Casillo. It's almost like mozzarella, guys. Good. I mean, and you do the same method. You just use a cup or something to mash up the beans a little bit, and or mm, red beans and black beans. But you know what? The red beans and the black beans. Okay, the black beans have more fiber, but they still got the same type of protein. The red beans have a real high protein count with a little bit less fiber. But dude, you're doing yourself a favor by eating those. Telling you. Really good. Any Mexican place, corral is what they call it in Texas. Corral, where you buy your Hispanic or Spanish Latino food. Okay, white crumble cheese is semi-seco. It's called almost dry. But what you're talking about, um, the Oaxaca cheese, that's more like a, oh my God, what do you call it? A mozzarella, more like a mozzarella. Yeah, the black beans, man, you can't go wrong with black beans. You cannot go wrong. Now, what I like about the white beans, the navy beans, the real big ones, is that the gravy off of them, even the gravy, has so much protein nutrients in it. That's why the Navy uses them. That's why they're called Navy beans. Dallas is getting trained up, guys. If he continues on, he's gonna be a badass. Carnitas. Uh, okay, so carnitas, you're talking about they take a tortilla, a flour tortilla, fill it with cheese and meat and a little seasoning, and then you fold it up and you fry it, right? That's what carnitas. Now you got to understand that every Latino country has a different word for different foods. Oh wow, nice. I know what you're talking about, Tim. That's what they call the normal tacos here, but see they roll it up and fry it first, and then they dip it in a sauce, throw it on a plate. They're kind of lazy culture here, for lack of better words. I don't know what to call it. It would have to be lazy. I mean, even the Texas Tex-Mex enchilada, I would classify it as like 6 times better than their enchiladas here because of the way it's made. Ah, freaking pig skin chicharrones. God, what did we used to call those? Oh, come on. My mom, boy, when we killed a pig, guys, Mama would take a fillet knife, real fine, long blade that's real flexible, super sharp, and she would cut that pig fat real thin. I mean, just beautiful. And she would heat that oil up super hot in a nice, like 2 liter pot, and she would throw them in just for, I would say, about 7 or 8 seconds until they just swelled up like that. Oh, rind, pig rind, or yeah, pig rind. That's what it's called. And man, guys, mm, and she made sprinkle seasoning, salt, black pepper, and cumin. Cumin. That's what she used. And you get your beef, beans, black beans. And my mama loved black beans too. And you put a little cabbage in it with some onion and a little bit of carrot, and you boil it down for a little bit, and you put your chicharrones in it, your pig rinds, and dude, come on, I was spoiled when I was a kid. I'm telling you, I was spoiled. I had the best of 3 different worlds, man. We had Korean neighbors, well, 4 different worlds. Okay, we had Korean neighbors, German neighbors, and of course you got the Texans, Tex-Mex, and then we had like pure Latino and like Italian between Italy, France, and Spain. Yeah, it was kind of like a mixed family, but good Lord, man. I guess that's why I speak so many languages, y'all. Yeah, you take them dogs out. Don't make sure you don't kick them. Damn it. I do have to agree, though, guys, that this storm that hit us this morning, because I'm all the way like right in the heart of Honduras, right in the very center of Honduras, a place called Comayagua, the Valley of Comayagua. Now, I don't think I've ever been in a storm like this. It is so weird, guys. The way the pressure feels on my ear. This ear is full of scars because of the mortar that went off on the side. But this is weird. It's mm. Now we're talking about Spanish. Now, Latin countries and whatnot, the food and culture. Who would have thought that chupacabra is actually a real thing? I'm gonna tree some coons, huh? I don't know why this morning I woke up and I was kind of worried about Aaron. It's weird. I mean, he's a full grown man, and he does his thing. but I'm kind of worried about it. I don't know why. Well, I mean, prayer prevails, so pray about all you guys. Yeah, Chupacabra. Yeah. Um. Okay, look, this is the way it goes. These people don't give a damn about their dogs. They like dogs. They want dogs. They call them their guardians. Watching men, night watchmen, and but there's a particular type of fungus. It's kind of like the mange that will get a hold of dogs down here. And if the dog, he responds by, how when a dog has parasites, it'll start eating grass, you know? Well, what this does, it causes a dog to want to eat a particular type of fungus off of a fallen tree. Now, once it starts eating this fungus, that green crap that grows on the tree is kind of slimy. Once it starts eating that, all of its hair falls off, and it's almost like rabies, and it will literally attack a human. It'll attack small cows, goats, sheep, and stuff like that. And that's the real chupacabra. And them things are said to have super puppy strength. You know, because I know I had a 6 foot goat fence, guys. I mean, a whole 6 foot. And I had 8 strands of barbed wire, the real razor kind of barbed wire, on the post where my goats were. And one morning, I found one of my goats just ripped apart, and I mean ripped apart. It was it was ugly. Normally my kids would come out with me, feed the chickens, clean out the chicken coop, put water to the little trees before we plant them and stuff, and uh, feed the goats and fill up their trough with water and salt. And but this morning they didn't come out. I'm kind of glad they didn't because that was kind of gross looking, man. I'm telling you, I was really. I mean, you could tell there's some really super hyper aggressive animal attacked this goat. It was ripped apart, guys. I mean, one of the legs was like barely hanging on. Its neck was torn apart. The thing is, it didn't eat any of the meat. It only ate the intestines and stuff out of it, which kind of freaked me out. That's what made me start investigating. And there was an old doctor, and dude's dead now, but I got to him in time before he passed away. I guess he was like 87 years old, something like that. And he explained to me the dynamic that he had found, and I investigated it some, and it sounds true. It's the most solid explanation I've ever found for a chupacabra. Yeah, and see what that does. It makes their pupils, the fungus off of the down trees. Once the trees start rotting and the fungus that grows on it, it makes their eyes, their pupils, really huge, kind of like somebody who's amped way to hell out on LSD or something, PCP, and cocaine or something like that. And they get really super aggressive. Hmm. Yeah. You're talking about Ohio. You're talking about the black bears with the brown snout. had one of those in Tennessee that chased me down, or trying to anyway. I gave her little cubs. There's two little bear cubs that come out to the river, and I was just over there, you know, cooling down a little bit with the water. All I had was my bow on me and some beef jerky. And you know how they say do not feed the animals? Yeah, well, my dumb ass, I decided to, I took some beef jerky and these little cute little cubs come up. I'm like, okay, buddy, here you go. And he reached up them little claws, man. It was still bigger than a freaking dog or cat claws. And I'm like, okay, here you go, And then I broke another bar of jerky in half and gave it to the other one. And dude, not even like 2 minutes later, here comes this big ass. I mean, a black bear is not really that big, but they're fast, dude, especially mama bear. And she, I guess, thought that she needed to protect her little cubs, right? Hmm. Chased my ass like I must have ran about a mile and a half up onto the side of the mountain or around like that. I popped an arrow through her ear. I didn't kill her. That wasn't my intentions. I didn't want to kill her, but it kind of lodged in her ear, and she stopped for a second. She thought she got hit. I think I scraped the top of her head. You know, um, to this day, I'm pretty good with a bow now. So pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Them bears can run like hell, man. They'll protect their little ones. Female bear, with some cubs, will jack you up a lot more than a bull will. Mhm. Yeah, but she's kind of stopped right on the spot when I popped her in the nugget with that bow, with that arrow. Oh, and get this, it was a target arrow. I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted her to stop, stop chasing me. Hell, I was tired, guys. I mean, you try ducking and dodging rocks and trees and stuff like that, running from a freaking bear. Okay, Sasquatch. Now, there is a legend, but from what I can tell, it's simply just a legend. It's nothing. What it seems to me is there is a high probability that it comes from the north. Sasquatch is what I believe from my family's experiences and what I've heard through my whole life is that we come from the Aryan Mountains as the white culture. When God said, hell no, you're not going to come up here to heaven, and you got to understand that's a psychological thing as well. Um, he split all the tribes in pieces by confounding them with different languages. Now, we went as white folks. The reason why we are white is because everybody, from what I understand, everybody used to be brown, all of us. And the ones who, in one tribe, took to the ideology of actually being out in the fields and working and having leaders are the ones who are used to being in the sun. And you see certain evidence of that in biophysiological um, characteristics. Now, yeah, there was a change in pressure right now, and I'm expecting it to rain again. And what you see with the blacks, they can stay in the sun a lot longer than any whites or any browns can. Now, the browns can stay in the sun longer than the whites. And us whites, we're used to being either in caves or up in real high altitude climates where there's a lot of snow. And the way your body processes nutrients actually tells a huge story, guys. It really does. And in my line of work, in the laboratories, biochemist, I see I see a lot of evidence like that, and you can trace it back to 12 tribes, in the Tower of Babylon, and that's one of my ongoing investigations, my studies. And so you literally do see that there could possibly have been a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot that would have come down out of the mountains and had been curious and had gotten okay. Russia was connected to the United States, like seven, six, 6,000 years ago. Okay, so some of the first who had gone up to the mountains in northern Europe and in Russia could have adapted and grown hair all over their body to keep them warm and stayed like that because when you're cold, your blood doesn't really move that fast from generation after generation. It would take like 50 generations for them to develop characteristics that we developed in 2, 3 generations. Now, with that, I believe my mama when she said that she literally saw a big. And my aunt said she was there too. Now my aunt was about 4 years old. My mama was like 11. Okay, so y'all gotta understand. The fact that I've grown hair on my back freaking freaks me out. Freaks everyone out. My grandmother paid for a surgery. It was like $600 to have a certain type of acid put on my back to keep the hair from growing. Worked pretty good. I still had a couple of pieces of hair that keep growing, and they get like that long. My mom got raped by a Bigfoot, right? How it makes sense. Uh, I know, man. Whoa, get the hell away from me. Big ass mosquito just tried to attack me. Yeah. So the Bigfoot thing down here, the question was the Bigfoot thing down here. Sasquatch. I really doubt it because of the climate. Um, but up in the north, like in the United States and Canada, I have yet to see with my own eyes, but the type of people who have given me accounts, uh, and a couple of actual crude raw pictures that I've seen. I mean, just crude raw pictures, just like that, printed straight from camera film. Started, the film, not this digital crap. Um, I kind of believe them, dude. I really do. So the Sasquatch little deal or theory um, holds a little weight with me. It really does. Hey Pat, we literally have platypuses down here out in the bays. They're saltwater and they're a lot more aggressive than what you might think. And they're the ones with a big tail on them. They will come up to your boat because I had two fishing boats. They will come up to your boat as if your boat is a threat to them, and they will jump up out of the water to let you know that they're there. And it's kind of freaky, man. It really is. It's like they have a developed brain or something. Like they're trying to threaten you, just trying to communicate with you. These things are freaking, yeah. Well, JT, you got a very good point. Very good point. And you can see it. You can see how the animals are getting aggressive towards humans. Now, if you think about it, the more percentage of humans that are have lost their soul, because even the Bible talks about the soulless generation, the generation without a soul, and it really does appear that we're looking at that right now, guys. And animals have that sixth sense that they can see things or sense things that we can't sense most of the time. Now, what I blame our fault of a sixth sense on is ego and pride. You know, kind of like the Stockholm syndrome. If you're weak, if you're young, and you've been treated a certain way for so long, you start to accept it and expect it and look for it. Um, and it becomes part of your life. You accept it. That's a Stockholm syndrome. Um, but animals don't have that. So why would we have that? You know, we want things to be normal in such a degree that we are in denial at that point, and we accept that okay, this is the way things are, and I don't want anybody thinking that things are weird with me or whatever. So that person will go along with it and deny that something's wrong. Kind of sad. Kind of like my other three kids over there. Their ass is going to be scooped up real quick. Hmm. Okay, Colonel's talking about Animal Farm, Orson Welles. Good projection. Very good projection. But have you ever tried to coincide that with Plato's Cave? I'll be darned. You remember when I smacked the floor a while ago? I was slapping a spider, right? And he actually lived. Dude, get your butt over there, man. If you're gonna live, go live. 'Cause that's the plant up there. Yeah, y'all. Every single one of us has one particular animal that uh, I won't say it really freaks you out, but these do freak me out. I can deal with scorpions and spiders. I mean snakes and bats, dogs. Even rabbit dogs, whatever. But when a spider comes around me, yeah, I scream like a bitch, dude. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Freaking hate spiders. Yeah, and he's got like 4 feet now, and here looking at his other legs. But he's getting around, so maybe he's got a little umph in him. I'll let him sit there, say his prayers and stuff. Then I'll burn his ass. Ain't no thing. What in the hell? Another freaking, what do you call it? A mosquito. Try to get a hold of them. Ain't that some shit? I plain and simply need water, boys. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't y'all miss? Don't y'all miss little mama up in Canada, Anya? She's awesome the way she tries to put on a show and stuff. This is cute as can be. I love it. Ah, right back. I knew it. I knew it. All right, there we go. Yeah. That's the thing about my lawyers. They're people. They're those type that are like borderline crazy, but not exactly crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Make sure my baby's gone to sleep. Yep, dude is toast. Dallas, do you know anything about paladins? Yeah. Well, see, when his wife wants to go have a couple of little drinks, that's when they leave, right? Okay, a paladin. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. special way. All the neighboring towns for a paladin, all the neighboring towns will give homage, and it's kind of like a monk, okay? And they can see into the heart of a person, or the shell of the heart, I will say, because only God Himself can see into the heart, and they can tell what is affecting the physical body of a person. And okay, think about a dietitian. A dietitian that would be a paladin. You got three different levels of paladin. What do I know? Because I'm an oracle. I understand that. I'm a Valkyrie. That's why every commander from Alaska all the way down to Chile on this side of the planet is obligated to take care of me. And there's my cigarette. Yes, they are. Ooh, eels. Oh my goodness. Okay, look, here, listen up. Here in the Caribbean, let me get rid of that light. I'm not messing with my eyes. I don't know about you guys. But here in the Caribbean, where the freshwater rivers come into the saltwater bays, you have these little eels like this. The eels will go for like 100, 150 miles out in the ocean and live their life. And they come back every year to breed, and they will lay their little hatchlings or little eggs along where you have a half salt, half freshwater environment at the mouth of the rivers. And dude, you got people coming from all over the world collecting these things up here. They fish day and night. It's just hundreds of thousands of these little eels. And I actually had the pleasure of tasting a few of them. They gave me about 7 or 8. You know, they were cooking right there on the beach. We got some of the best hickory trees in the world here. I don't know why they don't harvest them and sell it, but it's the wood for cooking with, but that's what we use out there to smoke these little bitty eels. They're only like 4 inches long, guys, 5 inches long, and they are so good. It's crazy. Oh my god. Hmm. That's interesting. You would mention eels. They really are too. Okay, over here in the Pacific, on the northern side of Honduras, you don't have any flounder. But in the deeper waters over on the south side of Honduras, in the Atlantic, is where the flounders are. And what I've seen pictures, I haven't actually had any, hadn't tasted it or anything like that, or eaten any of it. But the flounders over there are like 4 foot long. They're freaking huge. A flounder is normally going to be about 2 foot, 2.5, maybe 3 foot long, right? But these are monsters, guys. Mm. And if you've never eaten shark meat or manta ray, you're missing out, guys. You are missing out. Hmm. Uh-oh. Here she comes. Dragging her feet too, which means one thing. Yeah, the evil version of Paladin. Eh. See, the evil version of Paladin is someone who would have to use other people as well to sucker someone in. That they use a person to get to a target. And it's always the same thing. And see, what y'all don't understand is that's real. That's real life, man. You know, Valkyries, Oracles, Paladin. I mean, that's real deal. That's real life. That's how things work. Uh-oh. Please tell me they're not going to have an argument right now. Well, if there was a jaguar around here, it would be my friend already. No, what you hear is the husband and wife, the owners, the lawyers, they just got back. And she is, let me see. I don't think they're having an argument. Hmm. Your sorcerers, they like to use resources, and that's what you're looking at right now. You're looking at Pelosi using resources. Now, your heavy sorcerer in the southern United States zone, which she's covered a lot. You're gonna talk about Hillary. She uses resources in such a way that it's all about manipulation with the sorcerer. Now, sorcerers, they can conjure up people. A sorcerer has people at their disposal who actually use demon networks, and I'm telling you, they're really complex sorcerers. And as an oracle, you can see that basically you're open as an oracle. You can see who they are and what they are, and you understand them. Unfortunately, I'm still alive, after meeting quite a few of these type of people. Probably should already be rest in the ground, you know what I mean? But that's the beauty about having children is that you're when the Bible talks about each child that you have is going to be another arrow, that you carry with you. It'll be more strength for you that you can last longer. Walking Dead. Man, you ain't kidding. The generation without a soul. Walking Dead. They're already dead, man. The thing is, the sad part is they don't have an option. They were trained in that way. They learned the way they were grown up. Sad part. Sad can be, man. Because what's the first order that God gave in the Bible right there in Genesis? It said, fill the planet. And we're seeing how lazy these people are that think about themselves instead of thinking about others. You know, it's possible to take care of humanity, but they just don't want to do it. Now, I understand the. Okay, let me explain something about the Clintons. Um, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Bushes. You know about Barbara Bush, right? And the church Satan and all that stuff. Um, the ruler of this world has covered them with a particular shield. And the minute you start trying to, and even Trump understands this, the minute you start trying to put a spell on them, they've killed so many human beings and have divided so many spirits or souls from their bodies that their shield will automatically deflect whatever kind of arrow or spiritual arrow, like a spell, that you would put on them, and it would come right back on the person that did it. Good. And the bubble that you see in some of these movies, old movies and stuff, killed someone or whatever, or video games, which you most often see it. That's what it is. It's a form of protection. Yeah, JT's got it right on the head. They're drunk with the blood of the saints. Imagine how many ceremonies that the Clintons have been to where they literally drank blood from a baby. Mm. I just I can't imagine people like that. It's hard to even conceive it, you know? They're so far down. It's just opposite, completely 180 out, opposite of how we live. How could, I mean, AJ's right when he says that these people, they need someone there. They need someone there. They would literally chain somebody to the bed just so that they can have somewhat of an innocent soul next to them because the demons will be trying to attack them. And that innocent soul will defend itself against the demons in a spiritual way, which will actually protect them. And people don't see it, they don't understand. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, Dallas, you're right. But you gotta know your surroundings. Always do things hmm, in an objective way, not a subjective way. You know, it's an object. You're examining it, studying it, instead of actually being sucked into it. Hmm. Yeah, I sent Dallas. Did you get my movie that I sent to you? The Dirty Dozen. And I haven't seen that. I only seen about half of the movie when I was really young. I'm talking like 9 years old, something like that. 8 years old, maybe. But actually, watched the whole thing today. Oh, but I'm gonna have to tell you guys, it is time for me to go. I'm gonna tell you, God bless you all. God bless you. One night, it's only like 11:15 here. It's 12:15. 1:15. Oh, there's no way around it. Get going, guys. I'm gonna tell you, God bless you, every single one of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Anybody sees Bill, you know, Emerald City, please let him know I said hi, man. Now you guys, you'll take care of each other, okay? One way or another, we always find each other, man. That's great. Oh, poet didn't even know it. Damn, I'm still running. Right on time. Okay. Hmm. All I'm saying is, good night, guys. I'll try to get a stream going up in the morning. Tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, it's gonna be such a beautiful day. Only like uh, it's 102 there. You gotta be kidding me, JT. Wow, man. We're in the middle of Kuwait or something. Man, ain't that something, y'all? No, something. Phone number too. God bless you guys. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Y'all